I hope you had a very good week. My name is Dr. Adiola Olubamiji. I go by Dr. Addy, and I'm very happy to have you join this very quick, necessary, and short Instagram live today. I can see 18 people already joined. Hi, everyone. I hope you're doing well wherever you're joining from. I hope you had an amazing week. Tell me in the comment section, where are you joining us from today? It's 5:32 p.m. Eastern Time where I am, and I would like to know where you're joining from. Today we'll be talking a bit about career, and we'll be focusing a lot more on recent graduates, those people who are currently in university studying, or those people who are coming into university. And the reason why this is very, very necessary is because recently we've had a lot of people graduate in May. So people graduated in May. So congratulations to the new graduates. And I hope you are finding your peace of mind good after this graduation. If you are in college today and you have joined this program, you are in luck because, hey, you'll be so lucky at the end of this program. You'll be very thankful that you joined this program. And I see Mississauga, I see Louisiana State, I see Nigeria, I see Lagos, Canada, Indianapolis. Those are my people that's around where I stay. Welcome. And please keep dropping where you're calling in from today. I just decided to jump on here because, people from Chicago. I decided to join, to hop on here to talk a little bit about, you guys, I hope you miss me. I've not done any Instagram live in a while. And it's because I'm not sure if people are getting value out of the Instagram live. So I just thought, let's pause that and just write content and just, chat with people in a manner where they can read and take everything in. But recently, I have a lot of audience on my Facebook. A lot of them have mothers. So recently, I got a lot of mothers in my DM saying, my son just graduated from college. He hasn't gotten a job. Doctor, help us. So we have spent a lot of money to send him to America or to Canada. So I'm getting all of those vibes of a lot of people also reaching out and saying, I've graduated. I don't have a job. Doctor, help me. So today, I want to talk to you about, whether you are in school right now, whether you're working right now, whether you've just graduated. Let's talk about a bit about our careers, the career paths, what you should keep in mind. When we usually come to colleges as Nigerians or Africans in general, a lot of the decisions of what you study depends on what is available if you're in Nigeria. So some school, they'll just throw you into one course. They could throw you into biochemistry, and it's medicine that you want to study. You take that biochemistry and just keep going, right? In this part of the world, they don't throw you in. A lot of the decisions made in terms of what you study depends on the decision of what your parents would like you to study. And sometimes people don't even know what they want. So they just get into something and find out that they're going in. Sometimes people say it's because I like that. You chose something that you will do for the rest of your life based on parental influence, the fact that you like it, or the fact that you just don't know what you're doing and you just decided to do that. In some cases, you may actually know you want to study medicine. 2 years later, you realize, no, that's too hard for me. And then you drop into something else that you feel like that's what you like. So what I'm saying here is oftentimes when we begin college, we do not begin with the end in mind. For those people who began with the end in mind, things have also shifted in the last few years. Because of digital transformation, courses such as petroleum engineering that, your parents and everybody knows, if you study petroleum engineering, once you finish, you'll work for Shell, ExxonMobil, ConocoPhillips, all those companies that are seeking professionals in your field. Those were clear paths as to go that route, it will end up in praise for you. Because of digital transformation and a lot of things that happen to the oil and gas industry, that is no longer the case. This morning, I posted a testimony of one of my mentees who actually disappeared for a while because she was in school, who started as a petroleum engineer with the fact that the parents thought once you study petroleum, you will finish and be able to work for oil and gas. Now there are no jobs in oil and gas. If you're here right now, I want you to tell me, if you're in school, what are you studying in school? If you have just graduated, what did you study in school, and did you get a job yet, or what profession are you hoping to get in? If you're working right now, I'd like to know what profession you are in. Why is this critical? It is critical for us to start to think for you and how youth as to, if you're in school right now, let's make sure you understand that some fields are going to go into extinction, so you don't face that direction. Number two is that you have to sit in the driver's seat of your career. You cannot expect that the university curriculum is going to provide you everything that the labor market needs. I'm going to start this conversation today with, give me a second. I want to download something and I'll share it. 1 second. Can you see my screen? Can you see what I'm sharing right here? Can you see my screen? Are you still with me? I'd like to know if you're still with me. Can I get a yes? If you see my screen, can I get a yes? So this screen is just let's talk through the career path of a mechanical engineer, for example. If you're a mechanical engineer, so let's say you have gone to school to study mechanical engineering. Here are 8 career paths that are traditional career paths that you can venture into. So as a mechanical engineer, you could graduate from mechanical engineering and decide that you want to go into design engineering. You could graduate and say, I want to go into advanced simulation engineering, or I want to go into aerospace, or I want to go into nuclear engineering, or I want to go into manufacturing engineering, maintenance and reliability, and this piping engineering. Depending on the location that you are at, depending on the revolutionization level of that location, depending on so many factors, you will select which of this career path will work for you. What I see is that when you go study mechanical engineering in university, instead of trying to have a major in a particular area so you can collect all the skills you need to satisfy that portfolio. People don't care to have a major. They just do the general course. They do I'm a mechanical engineer, so the school said I should take Mech 201. I'm taking Mech 201. How does Mech 201 relate to any of these career paths? You don't care. Right. What I'm trying to share today is, if you do not care about the career path you want to go into and build a portfolio that satisfies that, you will graduate as a jack of all trade who knows a bit of everything but is not specialized, does not have a major in anything, and you will end up being frustrated. What we see today is somebody with a computer science degree can do different things. With a computer science degree, if we put computer science where we have mechanical engineer right now, you as a computer scientist, you could decide and say, I want to focus on UI UX. I want to focus on blockchain. I want to focus on data science. I want to focus on machine learning, artificial intelligence. I want to focus on business analysis. I want to focus on cybersecurity. There's so many paths that a computer scientist can go. But what I find among our youth is that you are not beginning with the end in mind. You are not thinking, when I graduate from this program. So if you're a graduate student right now, you have gotten into that graduate school, a professor had given you funding and everything is rosy. That professor is not concerned about where you want to work when you graduate, okay? That professor just wants to do their own research. They've paid you the money so that you can deliver the research. It is now up to you to sit in the driver's seat of your career and say, okay, they have hired me to come here and do research and take a few courses. Every course I need to take, I need to make sure that I understand, where am I going after this? What type of job can I get after this? What are my available options? Which one should I pick based on the location I'm at? What is lucrative here? What the industries are looking for here? Which one should I pick? I see a lot of people migrate from Nigeria to other parts of the world based on scholarship, and everybody saying scholarship is sweet. When you finish the scholarship, that is sweet. And when you finish that scholarship provided program, what are you going to do? Are you planning to go back home? If you're planning to stay back in America or Canada, they'll give you OPT. After you study, they'll give you a 2-year visa, a 3-year visa, a 1-year visa based on your category. If you are not sitting in the driver's seat of your career right now when you're doing that master's or PhD, to understand How can I leverage the degree I'm about to get? Which career path do I want to make sure that I am good at that career path? I have all the skills required for that career path. If you don't do that for yourself, you may end up finishing with that master's degree and not getting a job. I'm saying this because it is very critical that you just don't focus on, I have arrived, I've come abroad, I've gotten the scholarship, I've gotten the admission, I'm now here. So we are here, I know, welcome. But let me tell you, the 2 years or 4 year mirage of being in grad school is going to disappear after you finish that master's or PhD. What are you going to do after? Because a generic degree, a generic mechanical engineering degree, without a specialization of design engineering, manufacturing engineering, maintenance engineering, is not going to be good enough for you to say, all right, I have enough skills for me to approach a job in that field. If you want to approach a job as a manufacturing engineer, your mechanical engineering degree that is generic is not enough. You need to have some skills within your portfolio that will make you a very competitive candidate. The reason why I decided to do this is because everybody come on social media and talk about different things, and not everybody is winning. A few people are winning and a lot of people are not winning. And I'm Yoruba, so Yoruba man so pe karin kakpo yellow yeni. That it is better when more of us win. My hope for you is when you go on my Twitter, we are sharing scholarships every week. We're sharing scholarships on Wednesdays and Fridays every week. If you want scholarship, you are here. You should go to my Twitter because it is free. We are finding and mining the scholarships and sharing it with you. We don't want to take you abroad. And because you don't have a specific specialized area, you graduate with a degree and then you are looking for a job. 1 year later, 2 years later, there is no job because you didn't know that before you graduate from that program, you're supposed to learn Python because the employer is looking for someone with a proficiency in Python. So you just focus on your research. You just focus on what they say you should do. What they say you should do when you finish and when to look for a job, they would have the requirements. I want you to go out there today to understand what is the requirement for me to get a job when I finish this program. And look back into what is available within the school. So you can look at the school and say, okay, the school has Python, but is in computer science, but I'm mechanical. Can I go and take that course as an elective in computer science so that I can have that within my transcript and I can know that skill? Today, I want to admonish you to go outside of the box. The current education system is changing, but the rate at which we're changing is slow. Digitization and digital transformation is changing everything. On this list here, you saw manufacturing engineering. Manufacturing engineering has moved on from just manufacturing engineering and it now has pieces. There is additive manufacturing engineering. That is where I belong. That is digital transformation has added one more level to manufacturing. I want you to start to think today. I'm going to stop sharing this. I want you to start to think the degree that I have with me, if you're on here, you want more people to join from your crew so that they can benefit, please share this, send them my handle, let them join this free preaching so that everybody can collect sense today. Okay? Please share it with your neighbor, put it on your Instagram story, put it on your Twitter, put it on your Facebook, call your son, call your friends, let everybody come and, let's do this together. So I want to admonish you. You have to not just stay in grad school and go through the curriculum they give you. There is the fourth industrial revolution that is changing how we manufacture, how we do business, how we communicate with one another, how we bank, how we do all of this. It is happening to us. The universities are not adapting to this fast enough. Because they're not adapting to that fast enough, they're still teaching the regular curriculum. Now, when people graduate from universities, companies are looking for experts who have added those new technologies to their portfolio because these companies don't want to be left behind. They are looking for people who are going to come and do those within their companies because they don't want to be left behind. Imagine if Ford Motors do not invest in electric car. Very soon, Tesla will take over the market. So they have to quickly catch up with electric cars. Guess who they are looking for? People with understanding of robotics, artificial intelligence. Those are the people that they are now looking for to come into their companies. Now you have gone to collect a degree in mechanical engineering. You didn't learn any artificial intelligence. You didn't learn any robotics. Do you think they are looking for you? They're not looking for you. You are not competitive. You are here today to understand that competitiveness is beyond the degree you are getting. Today, the level of curriculums that universities are providing is no longer enough. You yourself need to understand based on what I have, what are the available opportunities? I can go A, B, C, D, E, F. Which one should I go based on innovation, career competitiveness, and what is happening? Which one should I go? So that when I finish, I'll get a job before I graduate. I'm tired of people graduating and coming to me after they have graduated, they didn't get a job. 3 months later, they'll come and say, doctor, come and help me. Oh, I've not gotten a job. We will now do skill mapping. After we do skill mapping, we now realize they don't have 7 skills out of 10 that is required. The entire degree they did for 3 years has only given them 3 skills, has only given them 5 out of 10. It's not enough. Now I have to send them back to online class. Go and do online school. Go and find a coach. Go and find a boot camp. Whereas if they have come to me when they were in school, we would have figured out what is it that they need to add to their portfolio so that they can get that as part of their degree as a minor or a second major. I'm tired of our people wasting time in graduate school, wasting time on undergrad in fields that they will not come out and get a 6-figure job. I'm tired of you guys graduating and telling me it's been a year that I've come to Canada. I still don't have a job. I'm working at the mall. I'm working call center. Or it's been a year that I graduated, doctor. I still don't have a job. Maybe we came here. We've done scholarship. We've done everything. Now we don't have a job. We're living in the basement. You will live in the basement if you're not following what I'm saying right now. Because now I want to shift gears a bit. Before I shift gears, I would shift gears to talk a lot about industrialization and industrial revolution and all that. I want to take a few questions. If you have questions, can you drop them in the question box? Even if you want to tell me you are doing fine, just put it there, okay? I will look in the question box. I'll take 5 questions. I will keep it going. All right. Fadera said, what do you think about business administration with concentration on logistics and supply chain, ma? What I think about that, it depends. It depends on where you are located. The location you are in right now is logistics and supply chain. Is that what most employers are looking for? If that's what they are looking for, maybe you should, and is that what is lucrative for you? If that's what is lucrative, then you should understand, okay, how do I map my skill for me to be able to understand what is needed for me to be a competitive candidate in that area? But you have to analyze this, check the location, check what you have right now. How do I transfer some of my skills over there? And if I'm in school right now, how do I make sure that that concentration is allowed between the portfolio of business administration that I'm doing? But that's a very valid question. Number 2. What type of job can I get after an MSc in health and rehab science? How do I add tech to it? Let me do a long rant here. Before you choose any course to do, you need to understand definitely before you choose any course, will that course be competitive? Are employers looking for that skill set that I'm going to get within this course? Curriculum for this course, look at the program curriculum. Does that satisfy the job requirement on the market? Because sometimes people just pick course. They'll just say, I'm going to do MBA because my friend did MBA. I'm going to do MBA because everybody said it's MBA that is great. This person is asking, after I do an MBA, MSc in health and rehab science, the question is, why did you do it? If you don't know what you're going to do with that program, why did you do it? And this happens to us a lot. We take courses without understanding what are you going to do with it. Now you want to add tech to it. Why did you do it is the first question. Did you do it because you saw that there is a need for this on the market? There is a niche that I can cover when I did that? Because if you have done that analysis in the beginning, we won't have to be looking to patch with tech. Now you say, should I add tech to it? People use tech loosely these days. They just use tech. Tech to people should be Industry 4.0. So because I can definitely claim that I'm in tech right now, I'm a 3D printing specialist, right? Which is part of the Industry 4.0 umbrella. I don't code, but I'm sitting in the forefront of one of the Industry 4.0 swim lane without coding. So I could say I'm in tech. Because sometimes when people say tech, some people will say it's coding. If you mean tech in the context of Industry 4.0, yes, you can add Industry 4.0 to this career, but it has to be analyzed for you. You have to come on my mentorship program, or maybe do one session with me. We will look at what this program has, and we will look at the different swim lane and say this may be the right swim lane that you should have. But yes, the question to everybody here is the program you're about to go in for, the course you are taking right now. Why did you do it? Why are you doing it? Have you analyzed the market and said, all right, I see that is lucrative? Let me tell you a little story that happens to graduate students a lot. Today is for people who are, in school. Let's talk about some of the mistakes that I almost made, but thank God for intuition, good mentorship, and all of that. So when I was in graduate school at my university where I did my PhD, I started my PhD to focus on biomechanics. Biomechanics was my major, and that was what me and this person agreed to, that I would do my PhD on biomechanics with an addition of X-ray imaging. He brought me from Europe. I moved to Canada. Within 7 months of working with this professor, he has changed my PhD topic, multiple times. That I saw that my topic has now moved away from biomechanics. It's now moved so much away to something else that is like kinesiology and very bio. I'm like, hold up. After 7 months, I analyzed and I realized that if I end up, because this man, I'm telling you this, every professor that hire you did not hire you because they like your face. They did not hire you because they want you to come and do what? They hire you to fulfill their own career needs. The man that hired me and brought me to Canada hired me to come and do biomechanics, and over time the funding he got was shifting. So he tried to say I should go in that direction, but that wasn't the right direction for my career. So I sat down and said, if I go in that direction, that's not what I want to do with my future. That is not the path that I wanted. Guess what I did? After 9 months, I left that professor. I started with another professor on 3D printing. Guess what that cost me? That man took his funding away from me. I was without funding for 3 months because I changed professor. They started frustrating my new professor and all that. I said, this is where I want to be. Why? Because I have analyzed that 3D printing is the future. It was part of what I did for my master's, and I was doing X-ray 3D printing. This man said I should do, now where he wants me to go is too far away from my future. This is not going to allow me be a 3D printing leader. So I left that PhD and joined another team that was focusing on that. Did that cost me? It cost me my funding. But guess what? I stayed there. I was working at Sephora. I say I will stay here. This is where I feel like my future will make sense. Why? I had my 5-year plan. As a student, in 9 months into my PhD, I already analyzed the market to know if I finish this PhD, where will I work? What skills did they need me to bring to the table? I already did that 9 months into my PhD. That is how I knew that the professor I was with, we are not aligned. That if I follow this direction, I'm not going to end up where I am today. So I left him. I went to another professor. Yes, they intimidated me. But guess who is winning today? Me. If I didn't make that decision, do you think I would be here? Some of you need to sit down. The masters you are doing, the PhD you are doing. Where do you want to go when you finish? What is the end going to look like for you? Where are you going to work? Do you think I just woke up accidentally and luck? Dr. Addy is winning or is luck? It's not luck. Pre-planned. Everything I'm doing now, I planned them 5 years ago. 5 years ago, I said 5 years after my PhD, I have to be a director. I planned it. 5 years. I said 5 years after graduation, director, man. Because the day I started my PhD, I already sat down every 3 months. I'm evaluating. Share all the things I'm learning. Is it still fitting into what they need in the industry? Is it fitting in? Will I get a job? Okay, I'm checking job requirements. What is it that they're looking for? Yes, now I have. Some of you are on here. So the professor said you should take 2 courses. You went and take 2 courses. You came from Nigeria. Nigeria that they didn't give you any skills. You went and took 2 courses. You need 8 courses. Why? Because you need to educate yourself a lot more. You need to beef up your portfolio so that these abroad people, when you're talking, you can know what you're saying. Because the education you got in Nigeria is just, they didn't give you the technology. Now everybody's taking 2 courses. You are taking 2 courses. You are taking 2 courses where you need 8. When I did my PhD, everybody said take 1 course. I took 8 courses. 8. Why? Because I knew what the market needed. I knew what the market needed. I did my skill map. I knew I need to have this, that. I went and got everything. I could get them. I went and took 2 statistics courses. 2 courses from another department, statistics. I went and took that. I went and took 2 courses from mechanical engineering. I was in biomedical. 2 courses. Why? Those 2 courses, I know that industry, they were looking for those skills. So I found the courses that gave me those skills. So I took the courses. So now I can add it to my resume that I know that. I can say I know the software. I know this software. I know that software. Design, cover it. Characterization, cover it. Process engineering, statistical programming, cover it. Everything. R language, Python, line everything. You are in school right now. You have the opportunity to beef up your portfolio. What are you doing? You are just doing research. You think that research is going to get you a job? Not in this America and Canada. It will not. You need the skills. You need the skills. You need the skills. Can somebody drop that? You need the skills. You need the skills. You need the skills. You know, I'm sweating right now because I need you to get it. I need everybody on here to get it because I'm tired of having clients come to me and say, Dr. Mutikbari, 6 months, I don't know what I'm doing. Nobody is calling me back. I've been looking for a job. Nobody's calling me back. And then we will do a skill map. And with the skill map, they will see by themselves with their own korokoro eyes why nobody is calling them back. I've worked with several PhD graduates who will finish their skill map and they started crying because they have 20% of what is required to get a job. And you have a PhD. I am telling you this because I work with so many people. You have a PhD and you only have 20% of what you need to get a job. How did you not know? How did you not know? I want you to not just sit, you're in grad school, you just sit, say, we have entire. You want to just enter and stay there and not be in the driver's seat of your career. That professor is using you to achieve his own career goals. He is using you. How are you going to use him to achieve your own career goal? How are you going to do that? Let it be a win-win situation. He uses you to publish those papers. You use him at the school to get the skills you need so that you can get the job you need when you're done. Let it be win-win. So, okay, somebody said I want to cry. Well, I miss doing Instagram live. I miss coming here and just giving you people. I say, oh yeah, take. I miss doing that. All right. So we have I want to take 3 more questions. Let me pause that there. We'll continue. I broke in. I talked about my whole life journey. Are you a master's student? How is it going for you? Tell me. Let's talk about that. Are you a PhD student? How is it going for you? There are 2 routes, right? Some people want to do research route. They'll become professors. This Dr. Addy like money. She never wanted to do the research route. before I enter PhD for Canada, I went and looked at their salary. I say, who are who? Which one? How am I going to wear Christian Lobutu if you want to pay me that nonsense? Carry your wahala, go. I don't want to be a professor in this life. Jesus, I don't want so far. Before I enter PhD, I know I'm there to collect my certificate, JJ, and run to the industry where they will pay me my money. And I will still be giving back and doing innovation and doing everything. From the beginning, I knew. The question I have for you is, what path are you going? Why are you going on that path? Are you on the career academic path? Some people are going to save the world, no disrespect. The research scientists, bio, to you, I'm bowing down. Thank you for using your PhDs and your masters to save the world. Dr. Addy wants to wear nice nails. She wants to wear this kind of nice outfits. Me and you, we know the level. Please, stay your lane. You are the boss. Me, I just want money. So, I want to hear from you. Come to the question box. Come and tell me a bit about what is your own specific story so that I can help address some of those. I have a MSc in Earth Science. So I have an MSc in Health Science in USA, still searching for a job. So I'm going to do a giveaway for you, Madam or Mr. F Science. Have you heard about forestry? So I don't know what part of Health Science you're in. Health Science is broad, right? The other day I was talking to someone and the person is in forestry. And I told the person to go and do research on Forestry 4.0. That person is on my program. And when the person came back to the next session to tell me what she found out about Forestry 4.0, she was like, Dr. Addy, you're a lifesaver. I never knew that there is something called Forestry 4.0 and that there is this massive opportunity that is revolutionary for me in forestry. For health science, there are a couple of opportunities for you that is attached to technology. Not everything would send people to go and code, because I saw somebody just saying, I didn't learn how to code. I'm in 3D printing. I'm winning. There is no other word that I have for you than that. I'm winning. So let me just do a little advertisement here because I need to, right? In 2.5 weeks, I'm doing a career competitiveness bootcamp. And this career competitiveness bootcamp is to actually share with you the breakdown of my skill map. That how do I help people map their skill? Whether you're a student, how do I want to help you map your skills so that you can know, okay, if I'm in school, I need to take this course that will give me the skill A, B, C, D. I'm running a program, a boot camp to help people know that. If you're on here today, this resonates with you, you're like, I want to cry. You should get on that boot camp. Why did I create that boot camp? I realized that not everybody wants to come on my mentorship program and spend 5 months to change their life. But I want to be able to touch more people's lives and get more people to understand this method. That is why I created that boot camp. Please, the link to register for the boot camp is in my bio. Feel free to go in there if you can afford it. Register for it. I know, why did I say if you can afford it? Because everybody thinks everything will be given to them for free. Not everything will be given to you for free. You want quality information, you want to move ahead in life, you will pay for some things. And this is one of them. Because already, if you go on my YouTube channel, there's so much information that is free. But this particular one can't be free to you because I want you to get value that will change your life. That will make sure that when you finish your grad program, you are not left behind. When you finish your grad program, before you finish, I shared a testimony today. This girl, I've not seen her. We have 2 years, right? First time I talked to her, petroleum engineer. We analyzed a portfolio. We did a skill map. We said, okay, data science can be added as a second major. She was in school. She went and added that. And every time she come back to me, it's because she has gotten a job. The first time she's like, I got a job at Siemens. Doctor, I need help. And again, yesterday, she said, hey, I got another job in Atlanta. I need to negotiate properly. One conversation helped her transition from petroleum engineering to data science. She's still going to graduate as a petroleum engineer, but with a major in data science. And that is good enough for her to be able to get what she needs to get, a good job, 6-figure job. You are on here, you are studying in Canada, you're studying in America, you're studying in the UK. Please register for that program. Let me help you figure it out before it is too late. I'm tired of people coming to me after they have, they have done it, they've graduated, their portfolio is empty, it's like 3 skills that they have, and then they come and say I should work miracle. And now we have to spend months trying to load their portfolio up with enough skills that is good enough for them to go get a job. If you're at that point where you feel like, let me try to graduate. I've graduated. I didn't know this early. I still need help. You can still come you need to still come to the career competitiveness program. Come to that workshop. Let's at least make it clear to you. Clarity is the number one problem that we have in our society. People don't have clarity. My people perish for lack of clarity. Period. All of us are here. We are abroad. Fingers are not equal. Why? Clarity is very critical. From the moment I got into University of Saskatchewan, I have had 2 mentors. Two mentors, one of them an academic, the second one a computer science working in the industry. The one working in the industry is the one who introduced me to skill mapping, talked to me enough for me to go and map my skills. In 9 months, I was able to make that shift from a professor who was going to ruin my career to the better place. You have come to graduate school. Your professor is not working in the industry. Your professor cannot lead you to get that job because they are not doing that work today. They're professors for a reason. You're in that graduate program. Your end goal is a job. If your end goal is a job, you need a career coach in the industry. You need someone who knows what is it that I need to get into the industry. Your professor will tell you what they need to tell you so that you can publish papers that will add to their own career. Let somebody tell you what you need to know for you to have what will help your own career, for you to do that. I'm sad that I'm telling you this, but it's the truth. Yeah, you love your professor. I have a lot of people. My professor really loved me. Yeah. Your professor loves you because you are helping him with his career. That is why he loves you. I hope you get that into your skull and go back and sit down and start to be in the driver's seat of your career. I want you to go back today and look. This master's degree that I'm getting, when I graduate, okay, I'm getting a master's degree in computer science. What is my specialization? Is it artificial intelligence? Can I compete for artificial intelligence job today and win that job? If you cannot tell yourself a sounding yes, come and register for this $100 career competitiveness class. You need it. We need to give you that clarity. It's the gift you owe yourself, so that you don't waste 2 years of your career in a graduate school that will not give you a job, so that you don't spend 4 years on a PhD that you will end up with no job. One of the things that made me do everything I did is the fact that people keep telling me that PhDs, is PhD, they are not rich. They are not, doctors, they are not meant to be rich. They just have respect for them. I made up my mind that I will not be one of those doctors who people will say they're not rich. We just have respect for them. I will be one of those doctors who will live in a $1 million or more house, who will drive the best cars, who will wear Christian Louboutin, who will do all of that. Why? Because I deserve it. You know how hard a PhD is? It is hard. Why should you do a whole PhD, 4 years of suffering, and finish and you cannot get a job waiting for you at the end of it? If a car is not waiting for you, can a job that will change your life be waiting for you? That is 4 years of work experience that you didn't get the work experience. You went to graduate school to go and be underpaid. Graduate students get paid $20,000, $25,000. If you were working with your master's degree, how much will they be paying you? Let's analyze that. They'll pay you $100,000. They'll pay you $90,000. You decided not to take that $90,000. You decided you will do $20,000 so you get knowledge. That knowledge that you're getting, is it required in the industry? Are you sure that you know where you belong? Again, Analyze your degree. One more time. This is the picture. Put your degree in the middle. Where can I use this degree to work? I can work in design engineering. I can work in reliability engineering. I can work in aerospace. Which one is lucrative today? Which one of these fall under Industry 4.0? Which one of this is hot on the market they are looking for? If there is none, add another swim lane. Come and find Dr. Addy. Let's find you the right swim lane. Register for my mentorship program or register for the bootcamp. Let's find you the lucrative swim lane out of these 8 that everybody needs today. You know, you can be in mechanical engineering and say, I want to go and do 3D printing. 3D printing is not on the current path of mechanical engineers, but it is on the path of Industry 4.0. Jump on that. You can say, I'll do 3D printing, but I will add something else to my 3D printing. I'll add process engineering. I'll add material characterization. So I wouldn't just be a 3D printing engineer with just manufacturing. I will have spice of process. I will have spice of mechanical and material engineering so that when they're talking about additive manufacturing engineering, I'm going to stand out. Do you have a major? So you can get a degree in mechanical engineering. Your major could be design engineering. That's what you're getting a skill portfolio for. Or you can have 2 majors, design and manufacturing engineer. Just make sure that when you choose the area you want to specialize in, is not one of those old archaic ones that nobody needs anymore. It is new, it is revolutionary, and you find Dr. Addy, let's create a skill map for you, baby. You know, every year I do this thing. I do a vision board bootcamp. I did two vision board bootcamp last year, and people are still raving about that vision board bootcamp. Why? Because what you didn't write down, if you didn't write it down, it's not going to be clear. We need to be able to have it in front of us. We need to be able to have people ahead of us. They said, I stand on the shoulder of giants so that I can see further. Some of you have slid into my DM and said, you inspire me. You are the reason why I went back to school. You are the reason why I'm in 3D printing. Somebody wrote me a text today and said, my sister just got admission in Texas A&M and she's going to study tissue engineering and bioprinting. I said, what? That is what I did for my PhD. He said, yes, because you are our inspiration. So she's going to do that. Don't just do things that are archaic. I just mentioned tissue engineering and bioprinting. New, revolutionary, and I remembered when I did it. When I did it, Nigerians, when they ask me, what are you studying? I'll say biomedical engineering. They'll say, what is biomedical engineering? What are you going to do with that? It was so new and revolutionary that people were confused. I kept going on my 3D printing path. I didn't care that most Nigerians just felt like I was a mad person. But guess what? Guess who is kinging now? Guess who is a leader now? Me. Why? I jumped in the forefront of innovation. You don't have to cross to tech if your case does not require that. But your case will require an addition of innovation, an addition of digital transformation. So we can put a little pile on what you have. So if you are in a certain field and we analyze that and we realize you don't have to go completely to data science or something, you can build on what you have. We will look at how is tech affecting banking? And then say, okay, as you've studied finance, we have now seen that there is anti-money laundering here, which is how tech is affecting banking. There's e-banking, they're doing Bitcoin and all that. But you have studied finance, now maybe you could do anti-money laundering as extra on top of that. Because it's different, but it's an addition of tech. Because now how we exchange money using Bitcoin is allowing money laundering to happen. So you can focus on that. You have not left your finance. You have just added a new portfolio on your finance, anti-money laundering. And that may not require coding. We need to understand, based on what you're studying right now, how is tech affecting your industry so that we can try to find what is the right thing to put on top that doesn't require you going haywire. Some people need to cross completely. They need to do a career crossover. They need to leave what they're doing and go to somewhere else. Some people don't have to. They need to add on top of it. They don't have to transition. They just top it up. They top it up with a little bit of digital innovation and their life just become wonderful. Let's check the question box and see whether somebody's asking this. Can I major in data science while doing MS in quantum information technology? Quantum computing is already quite advanced. You are already ahead of time. It depends. You know, if I see what you have done, if I know what your background is, maybe I wouldn't choose data science for you. Maybe I would choose AI for you. But this is great. Whoever you have, Chidima, you are already ahead of time. Like, I am proud of you. Like, you're already doing quantum, already ahead of time. But I don't have enough information about you to be able to say that maybe data science is even a little too small for you. Maybe you should look at computer vision. Maybe you should look at AI. Maybe you should look at machine learning. But data science is not far off. But quantum is already very great. And another thing is, what industry are you hoping to go after you graduate? Are you hoping to go to e-commerce? Or do you want to go to Wall Street? Where do you want to go? I really like that. All right, another question in there. Somebody asked, does the bootcamp apply to any field of study or just engineering? Any field of study. If you have a degree in anything whatsoever and you feel, I need to understand how do I maximize what I have, I need to understand, I need to do a skill map to know what I have against what my industry is looking for. What is the gap? It's like a gap analysis process. Also, what are the other fields that I can use my skill to get in easily? And what are the requirements for those? We will do that. If I feel very great, I will share my resume templates and formats with all of you. You people will go and blow it out there and make it. I'll come back with testimonies. Did you take 8 courses in one semester? No, I didn't take 8 courses in one semester. It was a 4-year program. Normally for a PhD, you would take 2 courses. For the entire 4 years, you are taking 2 courses and the remaining you're doing research. And that is the recommendation. But they allow you to take more courses if you want. But oftentimes people even take 1 course and that's enough. If you want to be in research, maybe the 1 course is enough if you already know everything. For me, I wanted to go into the industry. I already mapped my skill. I already did a skill map, so I understood what the industry was looking for. So I knew that I didn't have half of what the industry was looking for. So the school has courses that will help me be able to get those things. But those courses were not in my department. So I went to different departments. I was taking all those courses just to make sure that I have my skill map complete. I wanted to get all the skills required for me to apply for a job and get it. And that is why when I graduated, I had a job waiting for me. What course do I apply for my PhD? I'm presently working in a power generation plant. I don't know because I didn't know what you study. I didn't know enough about you to say this is the course you should apply for a PhD. If I know a lot more information, maybe I'll be able to offer some input. Did you take them or audit them for audit? No, I took them. Why? Because I wanted to take myself serious. I took all of those courses and got grades and still graduated with over 90% grades. I did. Okay. I am doing a master's in epidemiology. I am thinking about major in health administrative data and informatics. Is that a much needed field? I should be asking you. You are the one in public health. I should be asking you if that's lucrative. And this is why, I don't want to turn this into a pitch for you to come and do my mentorship. But imagine going through a 2-year program and you don't know if that is lucrative. Are you going to be happy to spend 2 years not knowing whether that's a good major for you? But you took it anyway. Let's say you now graduated with that major and then that major is not lucrative. Will you be happy? And that is why I say to people, you don't have to pay Dr. Addy to be your mentor, but you need to find a mentor who understands industry approach and who can help you with clarity on what you should study. You don't want to waste 2 years of your life doing a program based on gambling. You haven't analyzed how many jobs are on the market for that. What is the pay that they're paying them? All right, you have not analyzed information about what is needed for that, but you just heard it as a buzzword and say, let me just do that as a major. You can't do that. You can't gamble away 2 years of your life. That is too much for gambling. And I see a lot of people in their masters gambling today because their professor, they didn't even give them a major or anything. They just put them in a department and say, oh yeah, I remember when I went to U of S. I'm an expert in, like, I'm a physicist. They just say, let's just put her in biomedical. Let's her stay in biomedical. And then at some point, I worked a lot with people in anatomy and physiology. They could have thrown me in anatomy and physiology and I would have gotten a degree in anatomy and physiology. These professors are not smiling. You think they are thinking about you, Abby? You need to be thinking about yourself and be thinking about yourself and be thinking about yourself and sit in the driver's seat of your career. You need to be the one making those decisions for yourself. Yeah, you will publish their paper for them. The skills you need, the tools you need so that you can go and get a fulfilling job, go do that. Go get those. Go find somebody to help you understand that. Decipher it, clearly written out. I remembered my first skill map. My skill map in when I was in master's degree. My skill map, it was like on beside my bed. This is the bed I lie on. The wall beside my bed. I put my skill map there. So every night before I sleep, I put it very close to my face. Every night I'm looking at my skill map. Every night I'm reminding myself, you need to get the skills, you need to get these tools. My first skill map was like my vision board. I don't worry money. I couldn't be doing cleaning job and be hustling like that, and I will not know what I'm doing. Some of you are comfortable. Why? Somebody is paying your grants every month. You think it's going to continue forever? It won't. It's 2 years or 4 years. After that, you have to figure everything out yourself. Start figuring it out now. Now that you have grants, you have funding, let's figure out what your future will look like. Guess who is proud? You know, if there is one person that is proud of me the most apart from my father, it is my professor. That professor that took me. You know, that 3D printing professor that took me. Professor Chen. God bless him. That man remains one of the most, is proud of me like I'm his child. You know how many people that man has graduated? Over 100. Over 100. When they want, University of Saskatchewan want to give somebody an award, you will say, oh yeah, give Addy, my Addy in America. Oh yeah. My professor will want to look for somebody to partner with him on grant. He will write to me and say, Addy, do you want to collaborate with me? Come and collaborate with me. Let's do research together. Addy, come and mentor some of these students in my group. Your previous group. Can you come and talk to them? Why? Because I sat in the driver's seat of my career. I became an example that it can show to other graduate students and say, go and find her on LinkedIn. You need help. You don't know what you want. You need help. You're looking for a job. Go and find. Let me introduce you, or go and find Addy. She will point you in the right direction. Tell her you are from this group. If I didn't sit in the driver's seat of my career, if I don't do all the right things I needed to do at University of Saskatchewan, do you think all of those will be happening? They won't. If I didn't have my 5-year plan, I won't finish from University of Saskatchewan with a job waiting for me. And the day I started my first job in Canada, if I didn't have a 5-year plan that by 5 years I have to be a director, do you think I will be here? I will not. Every step of the way, I have minimum of 2 mentors. My current mentor is a CEO of a tech company downtown Toronto. A CEO with a multi-millionaire. Yeah, is my current mentor. Who is mentoring you? Who is supporting you? Who is guiding you? Where do you want to go? What is your big picture like? How do you see yourself? Are you limiting yourself? Do you think you're just gonna dance and just live in somebody's basement? You're more than that. You didn't come to America to come and live in somebody's basement. You didn't come to America to come and be gun boss up and down. It's boss, boss, boss. What is your big picture? Can you see that big picture? Do you want to fight for that big picture? Are you ready for that big picture? You all come to my page every time and say you're inspiring, you're this and that. I'm from the slum. I used to hawk pepper. Do you remember that? Do you remember that? I fought for everything. And every step of the way, I had a mentor. I went one time to pay for a 90-minute session. I paid $3,000. $3,000 for a 90-minute session. They'll say, come and pay Dr. Addy's mentorship or Abby Bootcamp, $100. You are still thinking about it. And then you want to succeed. You think it's going to not come at a cost? Don't you know that going to school is a cost? Don't you know that the 4 years you are spending on that PhD is a cost? That 4 years is costing you time. 4 years of your life. You're investing that in a PhD. Now, go find a mentor that will help you succeed. Go and pay them the little money. You are saying no. It will come at a cost. Everybody cannot succeed for free. Everything can't come for free. The air you breathe in is not free. Somebody is paying for it. God is the giver of that air. We don't know the sacrifice that he took to be able to give us that for free. And you think it's free? Your nose reel is working. To breathe it in, your nose reel is filtering all the germs. It's working. Somebody is paying a cost. Your nose reel. My people, sit in the driver's seat of your career. If you've already finished that master's, you've already finished that PhD, you felt like Dr. Addy didn't remember me, what about us that has finished? If you have finished, you need to come to that bootcamp or you need to register for my mentorship program. Let's do a skill map. A skill map that you will hold your own skill map and say, this is my own skill map. All these skills, I'm going to go and get them. I'll find them within my school or I'll go and do online course. I'll get all of this. I'll get them on my resume. Now, let's see who wants to be racist against me. Once I will have everything that will make it too hard for you to be racist. I will have everything. Do you think I don't experience racism? But I have too much skills. My skills are too many. It is hard to be racist against that. I have a PhD in a field where most people have a bachelor's. And I came with a truck of load. Let me see that racism work. And guess what? I built my influence. I built my influence in the industry that if you mention my name, people know me. They know what I bring to the table. They know how smart I am. They know how effective I am. You cannot be racist against that. How do you want to defend racism? How do you want to defend yourself from racism? It is by getting all those right portfolios. So when they want to be racist, they remember who they're talking to. That's the person leading the team. That's the person doing all the work. That's the person that when that person talks, everybody will say, that makes sense. It doesn't come by just saying, my professor said I should do that, I did that. No, you have to sit in the, thank you, Joyce. You have to sit in the driver's seat of your career. It is very, very, very critical. I am tired of black people just complaining and saying, yeah. Welcome, especially Nigerians say, welcome to this America. This is American dream. We have not seen it. Why haven't you seen it? Who is helping you plan it? My current mentor is a white man, a CEO, tech CEO downtown Toronto. Why? Shebi is white people that owns the country. Let him show me the way now. Let him show me the way so I can show the remaining black people the way. Because if me, I know the way, you know how I'll be shouting, enter this place, Molue, we have entered. My people will enter. So I'm going to go and get a front seat in the front of the CEO that has millions. So yeah, show me this black girl the way. So that I can carry 200 other Nigerians with me. We can come and be king in this place now. Hey. My people, it's 6:30. My plan for you was I was going to spend 90 minutes of my time with you today. I appreciate you tuning in. 235 people currently on here. I hope this was worth your Friday evening. I didn't bring wine today. I promise you, I'll do this again next Friday. If you hang in there with me next Friday, come back here and look at my story tomorrow. I'll ask you what you want to hear next Friday. And we'll come back here, we'll dissect the topic. You want to do yourself one favor? Register for that Career Competitiveness Bootcamp. If you're getting this for free, guess what you get when you pay me? You get value. It is not by this money alone. It is because collectively, we have to raise the standard of Black people. Collectively, we have to raise the standard of Africans. Collectively, this country must work for us. We too deserve the Canadian dreams, the American dreams. It is possible. You deserve to ride that G-Wagon. You deserve to live in that $2 million house. I know you can. I'm working on my journey. I'm comfortable where I am. I want to make sure that I'm not doing it alone. It is lonely when you are at the top alone. I want to work with you at the top. I want to have the Millionaires Club where all of us can sit together as millionaires and be saying, let's go pop that champagne in Los Angeles.